guys! I am going to be doing the Harry Potter tag today. You can see I have Hedwig behind me here, sporting some Harry Potter glasses, so that's pretty cool. These are actually from when I went to see Harry Potter in 3D, and I had to wear these the whole time, and I look ridiculous, so I was not personally tagged in it, like, specifically, but if you guys watch Joey Graceffa, who, if you don't know who that is, I'll put a link to his YouTube down below. He did this tag a while ago, and he said just for anyone who subscribes to him to do it, that they were all tagged. So, I am a subscriber of his, and I decided I wanted to do this tag, so yeah. My favorite Harry Potter book is Order of the Phoenix, and the Phoenix is so, like, complex. There's so many different kinds of things going on, and it's very, like, action-packed, but at the same time it's really emotional, and, you know, a lot of sad things happen, but it's a very good book, and all the Harry Potter books are like this for me, but Order of the Phoenix specifically, I just could not put down. My favorite Harry Potter movie is tied between The Goblet of Fire and Deathly Hallows Part 1. The Goblet of Fire, I know a lot of people complained about it because it didn't follow a lot of things in the book, but you can't possibly make a perfect movie out of a book because they're two different things. You can't expect a movie to follow a book exactly, in my opinion. And so I try to separate how I feel about movies from how I feel about books, unless they, like, completely butcher a book or a series, then I'll be pissed. But, you know, I was upset that they left out a few things, but Goblet of Fire overall was a very enjoyable movie. It was a well done movie, and I just really liked it. Deathly Hallows I liked for a completely different reason. It has just really strong storylines and really strong, like, through lines, like things that carry the story along, and, you know, a lot of things are happening, but they all add up really well in, you know, part 2, but, like, part 1 is where everything really starts to come together and mold into, like, the ending of the books and the ending of the movies. So, you know, Deathly Hallows is just a whole different ballgame than, like, you know, Sorcerer's Stone or Chamber of Secrets. It's just, like, on a different level by that point, because the cool thing about Harry Potter is if you started reading it when you were a kid and then you read it as you got older, it kind of grew up with you. It went from being a book that was, you know, about an 11-year-old kid to a book that was about almost adult fighting evil, basically. And while he's been fighting Voldemort the whole time, it's really not until the later books that he really understands what's going on and, you know, what his role in everything is. And so it's just interesting to see that all come together in Deathly Hallows. I do not have a least favorite Harry Potter book. I love them all. There's no book that I would have changed or rather not read or anything. I love all of the Harry Potter books. Hedwig dying, Fred dying, Sirius Black dying, Lupin and Tonks dying. Basically anyone dying, I cried at. In the books, especially. In the books, Fred was the thing I was the most upset about because he was always my favorite character, and it just broke my heart. I was so upset, like, really, really upset when I read that in the books and saw it in the movies. It was just heartbreaking for me. In the movies, I was most sad about Sirius Black, Hedwig, and Fred. Fred Weasley. It is a 4-way tie between Fred Weasley, George Weasley, Luna Lovegood, and Hermione. Fred and George, I just like funny people. I just like to laugh. I like people who make me laugh. I like the whole twin thing that they've got going on where they finish each other's sentences and stuff. It's just all really amusing, and it added, like, just just a note of lightness to the books, even during the darkest times of the books. Luna Lovegood, she just seems like someone that would be so much fun to be friends with, and that would just like make you happy all the time. She's so quirky, and she's such a daydreamer, and she just is a really enjoyable person. Hermione Granger, I always felt a connection to her, especially in the books, and she's just, I think, the most like me out of any of the girls in the Harry Potter books. You know, she's kind of a bookworm like I am, and she just, you know, I just feel a connection to her. I think my Patronus would be either an owl or a fox. I would want the Elder Wand because Dumbledore had the Elder Wand, and he didn't need an invisibility cloak, so you don't need that, because he could just make himself invisible, supposedly, you know, and then he was the best wizard. I want the Elder Wand. I would love to be the best wizard. I feel that Pottermore is the most accurate way to find out which house you're going to be in, since that's basically, you know, decided by J.K. Rowling and company. On Pottermore, I was sorted into Gryffindor, which I was not surprised about at all. Emma Watson. First of all, she's beautiful, and I just would like to be in the presence of someone who is that beautiful. And also, she just seems like a fun, funny, nice, smart person, and I think that we could be friends. And she's also my biggest girl crush in the entire world. So. I played up to the 4th Harry Potter game. I recently got the Harry Potter Lego games, but yeah, when I was a kid, I played up to the 4th one on the computer, and I played the 1st and 2nd one also on, I think, the PlayStation 1, which makes me feel old. I would probably be a seeker if I was on a Quidditch team, because I am small and I'm fast, and that seems to be the requirements to be a seeker. I would like to be a keeper, but I just feel like I would probably be a seeker. I was very happy with the ending. I felt like it tied everything together really well. It answered a lot of questions. Everything from the beginning just lined up to how things went in the end, and that's really cool that, you know, things connected. There's not a lot of book series where everything connects.